done it! I cannot believe it! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again!
Hello, we are Through on Goal, a podcast where we talk about football and pretty much nothing else. I'm Elliot, and I'm joined by my co-host and very best friend in the world, Sam.
It's nice to be on the receiving end of that. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I tried to quote it word for word.
You did. I didn't give you a script because I just made it up on the spot last time.
Sam, how was your week as I'm starting
Oh my
this?
God, this is weird. This is weird being on this side of it. Okay, my week was good. No, hold on. What should I say? Hold on. Yeah, nothing really much happened. Football came back, and it was good.
That's a good impression of me.
Thank you. I've been listening to it for the past 26 weeks. So.
Not going to ask me how my week was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's not nice, is it?
You're playing my role perfectly.
I'm loving it. Sorry. How was your week, Elliot?
I'm going to try and say this without starting with but I've been at home all week and football.
Football. Yeah, there we go.
Football.
Right.
That was my week.
Well, okay.
So, the big game of the weekend was Liverpool against Man City, the expected sort of top of the table battle. I say top of the table, I think Man City are in, they may even be in the bottom half, but I mean, it was the big game of the weekend, and the first half was a pretty good game.
A good half of football, yeah, absolutely.
I kind of don't know what happened after that.
I can't remember the second half.
Yeah.
Big crap. But I don't know, we both went for Man City to win the league at the start of this, and I'm not watching them thinking this team is good. I'm not watching a Pep Guardiola team right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's tired or other teams are just kind of getting better to him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand, because like over the last couple of years, Liverpool and Man City, you'd even think when they're having an off day and the opposition were having an unbelievable game, you'd still kind of fancy the Liverpool or the Man City to just get that win, to just snatch it, or at least get out of there without losing. But you're seeing this season, I don't want to mention it, but both teams have been on the end of some pretty heavy defeats that weren't expected.
No.
And they're not the same animal as they have been in previous seasons, for sure.
No, and I'm liking this. I'm really liking the uncertainty around who's winning the league. Like, over the course of the weekend, 3 different teams have been top of the league. That's you don't tend to hear of that. You know, and you look at the teams that have been top of the league: Leicester, Tottenham, and Southampton. And you think that when
they're
it
not
comes
favourites, are they?
We're nearing Christmas, so you tend to have a first, second-ish, third, and then you've got that 4th, 5th, and 6th that keep interchanging. Third might go with 4th, but you seem to always kind of have that top spot being, okay, they're on a good run of form. We thought it was Everton at one point. They seem to have slipped down a little bit. Then at one point, Aston Villa, which they're still there. Leicester have then got it. Tottenham have only lost 1 game this season. They've been and scored the most goals. I read that Harry Kane and Heung-min Son have scored more goals combined than the rest of the league. Not put together, but you look at every team's goals scored.
Every other team.
Harry Kane and Heung-min Son have scored 15, and I think the highest after 15 is Leeds with 14 or something like that. And then that's what I mean. So, it's a crazy league.
It's a crazy season, and I know obviously you've got connections to Tottenham, but there isn't a team in the league that I've got connections to, so I'm watching it purely as a neutral.
Yes.
And there are some fantastic games, and like you say, the season normally it starts to show its shape by sort of 4 or 5 games in. You can kind of see, but if it's showing its shape, then United are in a relegation battle, and Southampton are going for the league.
You love to see it. You love to see it. But that's what I think. That's the beauty of it. I think it's. But I've looked at different leagues, and obviously we always start off with Premier League. But you look at Real Sociedad, Villarreal. They're top and second of La Liga. Real Madrid, I think. Barcelona, I think they're like 6th or 7th. They're
really struggling.
Table, yeah. AC Milan seem to be really coming back into the frame in Serie A, and obviously, Bundesliga is always Bayern, Dortmund, but you think that without the fans being there, you can't tell me that the fans not being there is played a huge impact on the way that this season's gone.
That's surely the only thing you can really put it down to, really, because when football first restarted and there weren't any fans, it kind of took a little bit of a while to get going, and there were just sort of 1 or 2 goals a game.
Yeah, it was.
slow. You are getting the odd 0-0 creeping back into the league, but you are still getting some incredible results and some unexpected results as well.
Crystal Palace beat Leeds 4-1.
I'd have had that down as a Leeds win.
I think I had it down as a Leeds winner or score draw, just like a 1-1, not a
Right.
4-1.
Yeah, no, it's incredible, and I mean, as a neutral and with no sort of connection to any teams in this league, long may it continue.
Yeah, no, I thought you were going to say as a neutral. Yeah, what a game Crystal Palace and Leeds were.
We haven't moved on to that yet.
No, not yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. But no, Klopp solved the issue of who am I? Do I start Jota and do I start Fabinho? Just start both of them. So that helped. First half, I said it was really good. Right, my quote of the week was Roy Keane calling Kyle Walker an idiot.
As soon as that game finished, Kyle Walker's looking at his phone and he's going to have a million different texts saying, look at what he's called you.
Roy
Look
Keane
at what he's
just called
done.
you an idiot. He's a seasoned defender and he got sold very easily by Mane. And it was such an obvious penalty. It shouldn't. He seems to give away a lot of pens. Kyle Walker, doesn't he?
But Roy Keane was basically saying that Kyle Walker is finished and, I mean, called him an idiot. But, I mean, it was only last week that he was the one goal scorer in a 1-0 win away at Sheffield United.
He's still, I think this season he's been a fairly consistent performer for Man City, but he has that in him, I think.
Also, that idiot Kyle Walker is also nominated for Player of the Month in the Premier League.
That's what I mean. Like, he's been all right, but...
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
it was the Iceland game for England where he got himself sent off, and I mean, half the country are probably thinking, okay, Kyle Walker's an idiot for doing that, but for Roy Keane to go on national telly and say it on live, yeah.
But no, and do you think Jesus' touch was intentional?
I've got to say yes. I think it's just he's a skilled enough player, and it was just I don't know ever fully intentional. I don't know, but he's done well with it regardless. His nice little toe poke finish was
his reaction to it. I think he was so quick to the ball going there. That's what's kind of made me think maybe he meant it because he's either like so sharp, like to the fact that he's miscontrolled the ball potentially, but it's gone behind him and he's poked it into the goal. I'm not 100% convinced it was meant to be like that. I don't know, but no, cracking goal. And I guess in the laws of the game, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
it is. It's not a penalty. It's not not. But
it was what
laws of the game it is.
It was what Gary Neville said at the time. I can't remember who the referee was, but when you saw him go across to the VAR monitor, you can see in the ref's eyes, he doesn't want to give it. He doesn't think it's a penalty, but by the letter of the law, and he's got to follow the law.
Referee might. Yeah.
It's a penalty, but it's a law that I think is sort of inherently wrong. But it's the law, it's the rule. So
I had a bet on. It was responsible. It was a free bet. Yeah, responsible free bet. That I sat next to Lana and I was like, oh, I need De Bruyne to have a shot on target. Well, unless he blazes this miles high, that's that part of the bet done. And no, he doesn't. He just puts it miles wide. So that hurt a little bit. But yeah, you're thinking after that first half, second half come out, and I genuinely cannot think of a talking point for the second half. Alexander Arnold went off injured.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that because then it was Milner that came on, and you'd have fancied when it was Sterling up against Milner for it to be a bit of a one-sided battle, but they didn't really take advantage of that. No, the only sort of main talking point I can think of otherwise, I think it was in the first half, but quick reactions was Ederson, where the ball had kind of gone through him from the Salah shot, and Jota is there to poke it home, but he pulls it away. But yeah.
No, so obviously, Joe, I want to move on to Southampton because their tweet was hilarious.
Stop the count.
Very topical tweet. A picture of them at the top of the league. Stop the count. Like this time last year, they were on the tail end of a 9-0 loss to Leicester, and you're bouncing back. And I know Newcastle aren't exactly Newcastle are weird. Are they good? Are they not? You say they're not good, but then as soon as they play your team, they're good. Obviously, in Southampton's case, they weren't. But they've played 5 games, drawn 1, lost 2. They've scored 16 goals, conceded 12. But they're obviously 2 points off top. It's a difficult one to call this year. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I keep saying I love it, but I do. I love it.
And you've just got to admire the job that Hasenhüttl's done. Really, he's turned them around, and they're looking a very, very good team. Because I know it's Newcastle at home, a team that are going to sit back and play defensive, but they're dominating the game. They're having, I think that's 15 shots, most of them on target. And I mean, he's getting the best out of players like James Ward-Prowse, and obviously Danny Ings is injured. But Che Adams, he's now scoring. He's now got the confidence he needs, and he's looking the £16 million striker that they bought from Birmingham. But they're looking a very convincing side, and they're in the top 4, and deservingly so. They haven't fluked it.
Still a long season, but pretty sure everyone said that about Leicester when they won the league. And that's what will forever be. Oh, but Leicester won the league. No one thought Leicester would win the league. So whenever you see a team up there, it's always that Leicester effect.
But is there going to be the discussions in the years to come of, oh, well, Leicester won the league twice?
Well, they're top.
They
Yeah,
are top,
exactly.
yeah.
Top of the league through, again, another contentious penalty for Jamie Vardy. Well, obviously, not through Jamie Vardy. Obviously, he scored the penalty.
Yeah.
He did over miss a penalty. Did you see the save?
No, I don't think I did.
Cracking save.
Right.
But it's difficult to call. I know we keep saying it. It's difficult to call. I want to, obviously, if we're talking about like top four and teams up there, Aston Villa beat Arsenal 3-0. Ollie Watkins scored 2. He seems to be settling in fine. Seems to be working.
He likes it
Ross
against the big
Barkley's-
clubs, doesn't he?
Do you think Ross Barkley has really changed this Villa side?
He's making a difference for sure. It was because was it against Leicester? He scored the winner, and that was, I think, his second game. He'd scored 2 in 2, and he's looking very good. And maybe it's suited him to kind of be a bigger part in a smaller team rather than a small part in a big team in Chelsea. And he's looking good.
But what's happened with Arteta now? Now, I know there was a lot of expectation. You know, he's won off the back of an FA Cup, he won the Community Shield as well. You think that's a good start to the season? It's kick it into gear. Aubameyang's just signed a nice long contract with him. Everyone seems to be on board the Arteta train, but he's won 4 and lost 4, and he's conceded more than he's scored this season.
Yeah, it is a weird one. Like, it was Emiliano Martinez was back at the Emirates for the first time since signing for Villa, and for the first time this season back at the Emirates, and he now has more clean sheets at the Emirates this season than Bernd Leno. And yeah, it just seems to be falling apart a little bit because they were looking good tail end of last season, beating big side, but there's something that's not working because he's kind of got his squad together, and like he's got £50 million centre mid in Thomas Partey, and I do think Aubameyang is wasted out wide. 100%, I think he's wasted out wide, and it showed today. He played 90 minutes. He had no shots, not even a one that went rose-ed.
I don't rate Lacazette.
No,
I don't.
No, because he joined Arsenal before Aubameyang, and everyone thought he was really good until they got a proper striker and saw what one of those was like.
Aubameyang actually scoring goals,
Yeah, since Aubameyang's kind of had the form he has over the last few years, Lacazette hasn't looked a shade on him.
But I mean, who else do they have up top?
And Ketia, maybe. Oh, I don't know. But I think...
I say Nketiah, Reece Nelson. No, I don't know about Nelson. Obviously, Martinelli's due to come back December, but I think again he's more of a wide player.
But then, if they're so insistent on playing that 3 up front, 3 across the front, I think you've got to start Aubameyang through the middle, and you've got to have Willian and Pepe on the wings. I mean, Pepe's a £60 million winger, and he's on the bench.
He's consistently on the bench as well, isn't he? 7 matches, 1 goal this season.
Yeah, you'd want your £60 million winger to be having a lot more game time than that, even though he didn't have the greatest first season in England. So Saturday lunchtime game, United against Everton, was all kind of poised to be a really good game. I mean, I was expecting Everton to win, in truth. They looked very good. They had Digne back. They had James back. They just didn't threaten, really. And yeah, I just expected a lot more than them. And I mean, I'm not sure 3-1 United really shows the game how it was, but yeah, I mean, they deserve to win, but by 2 goals, I'm not sure. I mean, it's good to see Cavani get his first goal in English football. And
if we had to pick some positives, do you see Everton? I say bouncing back. But do you get what I mean? Like, obviously, no one expected them to be top 6. Well, I think top 6 was probably going to be an ambition with the squad and the manager that they had, but I don't think anyone expected them to quite be like top. Do you think? Can you see them bouncing? They've got the squad and manager to do it.
Yeah,
but I'm still unconvinced with Everton being a top 4 side.
So I don't see them as being top 4, but I can see them getting like a Europa League play.
Europe, yeah.
Because I'm not sure whether there's one more game or whether he's back, but Richarlison's back from suspension soon. I think he would have made a difference on Saturday lunchtime. But yeah, I mean, it's almost like a failure of their own success. They've started so well that people are questioning when they're not beating United. But yeah, I can still see them getting Europa League place. I think the manager and the signings have been brilliant, and over a 38 game season, I think top 6, top 7 is doable.
Still a lot to do. Yeah, of course. Obviously, we did quickly. There's the only reason I want to bring up the Crystal Palace Leeds game again is because of the offside rule is becoming a bit of a joke now, I think. Did you see the line on his arm? Is it an arm or his elbow?
It's on his sleeve, and yeah,
it's ridiculous when you have to get the lines out like that to.
It's
I
like,
know it's the game, I know it's the law, I know it's the rules, but it's just boring now.
yeah, so
You can't score a goal without,
So you look at it and like I'm zooming in here, like you can kind of see where the red line goes to on Bamford's arm, and it doesn't help that I think he's either wearing a long sleeve shirt or he's got the white Under Armour underneath.
Yeah.
So you can't kind of tell where the sleeve is, but the blue line of what is supposedly Nathaniel Klein's shoulder or sleeve, I can see some sleeve on the left hand side of that. So I mean I am not Leeds' biggest fan, and I'm definitely not Patrick Bamford's biggest fan, but that's a wrong decision.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be a fan of the team to realise. You're not a fan of Leeds, you're not a fan of Patrick Bamford, but you're a fan of football.
Yeah.
And that is shocking.
Yeah, I did have a little
That is
chuckle to
absolutely-
myself though when I saw it.
I know you did. I fully know you did.
But yeah, no, that's a completely wrong decision. And I mean,
I mean, Paddy Power tweeted it, and to be fair, when they tweeted it was about Harry Kane that scored the last minute header against West Brom, and they tweeted that obviously he's perfectly onside, but you're still
think, oh.
expecting a VAR review
Yeah.
or something to happen.
But-
and imagine like scoring your first goal for the club. Well, if you're a fan, like celebrating that goal, but the joy is just sucked away. And then when it says like goal conceded or goal approved, or whatever it is, you're then
it's relief more than
second.
celebration.
That's
But
it. You haven't got. You don't want to be relieved.
I mean-
you just want to be. I've just seen my team score a goal. Like,
With that,
yeah.
with that case from Saturday, so if that had counted like I believe it should have, that would have made it 1-1, and it could have been a very different game. Because
Yeah.
then he did get a goal later, but by that point it was going from 2-0 to make it 2-1. But yeah, on what you say about, I imagine it was first game or whatever, I think of it would have been last season. Pedro Neto scored his first Premier League goal at Anfield. He's
went
gone absolutely
mental,
mental,
didn't he? Yeah.
and they blow us
At Anfield as well.
It was offside or handball or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but I felt so sorry for him.
I did. Yeah, he's gone. He's scored at the Cop end.
Yeah.
That's the best day of his life.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, VAR, Stockley Park go.
Should we ruin this
Get your
person's
name, mate.
day? Yeah.
Yeah, sit down.
Hmm.
No, I do agree. So, did you ever think we would live in a world where Wycombe Wanderers would be in a higher table position than Derby County? Wayne
no.
Rooney's Derby County.
Wayne
as Sky
Rooney's
Sports
Derby
like to call
County.
it, yeah.
But no, in truth. But they're two
What
places
would
above
happen?
them.
Exactly. Now, it's important to note that Sheffield Wednesday had their points deduction
They
halved.
they gained 9 points in 24 hours. Fair play to
So,
them. That takes
yeah,
some
that's
doing.
quite the weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
But Derby, I didn't realise it was a colleague at work who messaged me because I didn't look at the score at the time, and he messaged me saying, "Oh, if Koku is still in charge on Monday, I'm going to be livid." And I was like, "Oh," I looked at the score, 2-0 to Barnsley. Now, no disrespect to Barnsley, but for a team that Derby want to be and push in for playoffs, goes to the Premier League, it should be a game that they put away. It should be, but obviously in this case, Barnsley well and truly deserved their 2-0 win. Important to know that Koku wasn't on the
Quarantining, isn't he?
Quarantining, yeah. So he messaged me and said, I was like, oh yeah, obviously, Wayne Rooney, let's get him in charge, blah blah blah. It just maybe I just thought I'd have a quick look at it because I know Forest won and they faced Wycombe, so they're going, where are Wycombe and Derby in the league? And then I saw it, I was like, oh my word, Derby are bottom. This is the lowest league position that Wayne Rooney has ever been in his career.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Where else is he?
Well, the thing is, he can't get much lower because I think he would be playing in League One. And if he does, Wayne, hit us up in January.
Yeah, a billion. They're about to be taken over by the cousin of Man City, Zona.
Yeah.
Being like being the richest club, literally one of the richest clubs in world football
Yeah.
by a country mile, and they could be in League One next year with a salary cap.
Yeah, but if you go and splurge 200 million in January and you bring in some of the world's best players, it should be enough to put Derby ahead of teams like QPR, Barnsley, Wycombe.
Poor Wycombe, yeah.
Yeah.
Get them taken over Wycombe, but no, it's a sad. Obviously, they're my new local team, so I do support them as a local team, and it's just I wasn't quite expecting it. As I said, when I lived in Wycombe, they weren't doing very well, and then I moved out of Wycombe, they started to go up, and I moved to Derby, they started to go back.
For the love of God, do
They
not
go
move
back.
to Hull. We've suffered enough.
Well, yeah, that's probably, to be fair, as soon as I moved out, I was expecting Gillingham to do some things, but no. It's just, I think, since I left for uni, see, this is the difference, all right? Because you've had FA Cup finals, you've had promotions, you've had relegations. I believe you had a playoff final, another promotion.
Yeah.
Literally, from 2014, when I left for uni, to me recording this podcast, I've only known Gillingham in League One.
You've moved about 8 places.
I haven't done anything. We were top at Christmas at one point. I'm thinking this is the best time. And I was working at the SU. I was working behind the bar. I asked if can I have Jeff on just for the final 10 minutes because Gillingham need to win this to even get playoffs. Lost the last day of the season. Didn't get playoffs. That was the highest point of the last 6 years.
When you nearly got playoffs. Yeah, no.
Oh, I went to see Gillingham beat Tottenham and I met Mark Wright. That was It was another high. Lost 5-0.
It's not great when one of your...
I had AD Pennock in charge at one point. Remember that?
It's not great when one of your highlights is that we lost 5-0.
met Mark Wright. What else happened? I've gone on a bit of a tangent about my Gillingham life, but I genuinely cannot. They released a nice century kit.
We saw him lose on penalties away to Millwall.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
And then I suppose fast forward to our last game, 0-0 at Burton, sat not on the terrace.
That's it, not over terrace on the side. But the highlight of that game wasn't even the game. It was a person throwing a hat around. It was.
They get taken away by police.
So this is my plea, Steve Evans. Please do something this year. I want to celebrate. I want to do something. Now, you made it hard work in the FA Cup against a non-league. Gillingham's history of non-league sides in the FA Cup is shocking.
Normally only against Brackley Town, but...
We've made. I remember watching that first leg. I think Bradley Dack scored on the 99th minute. But please, let's kick this road to Wembley off. You know, we're in the hat for League round 2. Don't get Hull, because I won't hear the end of it. Okay,
so given the choice, in round 2, would you rather get Hull City or would you rather get Brackley Town, who went through on penalties? Because that is a bogey team.
That is a bogey team, but I would still...
You'd rather lose to Brackley Town than hear about it.
Yeah, no, because you'd be like, but I'd be like, yeah, but you don't care about Brackley, do you? But I won't hear the end of it. You've already got the one up at the beginning of the season, which was annoying when Hull just scored, and then Lana said, let's take a picture for the Twitter page, and I'm like, yeah, good timing, Lana. But there you go, a little behind the scenes trivia on that picture. But no, I can't remember where we were. I've completely skipped over all your notes. I do apologise. Yeah, Gillingham, come on, please. Into round 2 with Gillingham. Get in. Yep. First round of let's go straight into the FA Cup. FA Cup is back. It's one of my favourite competitions. I love it. The games on BBC and like BT where you get like the non-league time. Last year it was Chichester, I think, were like one of the teams that you were just wanting to follow.
Last year didn't they get a bye because they were due to play Bury?
Yes, they did. Yeah, they went mental.
Because all the Bury fans were then supporting Chichester because that was essentially them. I think there was something like the Chichester fans did pass the bucket around for a collection for Bury during that. They built quite a bit of a relationship there.
No, it was nice, and obviously we still have some teams in the second round. So obviously Boreham would beat Southend, but Southend
they're dropping
as
like
good
a stone,
as non-league as they are. Anyway,
it's a shame.
To be honest, Marine beat Colchester on penalties. Things you love to see. Oh, the best Rooney currently this week, John Rooney,
plays for Stockport.
Scores from his own half. Yes, plays for Stockport. Yes,
beating Paul McShane's Rochdale.
Oh, I miss Paul McShane. He tweeted me.
And
obviously, Mansfield beat Sunderland as well, and Chorley won away at FA Cup winners 2013 Wigan, because that is just what they'll forever be known as in that competition. I suppose if you've won it, you don't want to be the only team though that wins it and gets relegated in the same season. But Hull got the win over the old Captain Pugwash, didn't they?
Yes. So it hit me prior to kick-off that we had actually played an FA Cup final more recently than we played an FA Cup first round game, which is crazy. But yeah, we beat our old foes of a month ago, Fleetwood Town 2-0. And yeah, Captain Pugwash, not today. But so there was reports of, during that league game that we lost 4-1, of a few players of ours giving a bit of abuse to Ched Evans, calling him names, to which somehow there's now a FA investigation because we called Ched Evans names. And Joe Barton came out and talked about it before the game, saying that Ched Evans doesn't like being called names. So 1 minute in, he gets taken out and he gets stretchered off. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, the tie of the round came with...
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, where do you start on this? I mean, probably at the beginning.
Do you know what? Do you know where you start on it? My favourite ever thing about this tie was, for some reason there was 20 minutes of injury time. I think it must have been something that's happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, my favourite thing is that technically on the scoreboard, on the time that goals are scored, Crawley scored their 4th goal before their 3rd goal. Their 3rd goal was scored at like 90 plus 20, and then their 4th goal was scored in like the 102nd minute or something like that. So technically...
Incredible. But so with what, 7 minutes of extra time left to play, Torquay are beating Crawley 5-4, 113th minute, Crawley make it 5-all, and 2 minutes before the final whistle goes, Crawley win it 6-5. Now I can't remember many 6-5s.
Was there like 5 goals in extra time?
102nd, 107th, 108th, 113th, 118th. So yeah, there would have been 5 goals in extra time.
Oh my word.
Yeah, phenomenal. Like, what a game. And I mean, first of all, it's a shame that it's the non-league team that went out, but also it's games like that you really want fans involved. Imagine that.
I would hate to have been at both of those fans at that point. Like, I will forever remember one of the best FA Cup games of all time, I still personally think, and one of the best games that I've ever seen live, along with you, was Wickham away at Tottenham.
What
the emotions. Yeah, the emotions of winning 3-2 in the 85th minute, conceding the 88th, and then conceding the 95th.
But it's...
No, I've never felt an emotion of a crowd go so high to so low. And I can imagine that just in that game, just constant up, down, up, down, up, down.
But I mean, that's the magic of the FA Cup, really.
Love the FA Cup. But absolutely love it.
The thing is, what I don't really love, and I don't really see the point of, is the second round of the FA Cup. It's, with a couple of exceptions, it's just, here's a random team from League One or League Two. Now, I think what it should be is that the League One and League Two teams go in round one.
The Championship teams not coming.
No. So Championship teams come in round 3. Same with Premier League, but it should.
That's why I thought it was.
It should really be, in my mind, that the Championship teams come in at that stage, the Premier League teams in round 3. But I mean, if that's the way it is with tradition in the FA Cup, then I'm not going to mess with the tradition of the FA Cup.
Well, who's the runner of the FA that messes with tradition of every single football rule ever?
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
Give it time.
Yeah.
The FA Cup will become a tournament based in North and South, like whatever's happened with the stupid Papa John's Trophy.
Papa John's Trophy that returns this week for Hull City. We get having our second game. I think it's against Harrogate Town. I've never wanted us to win a cup anymore.
Papa John's Trophy. Go on, give us what we want.
Yeah.
Papa John's. Give us a Hull v Gillingham Papa John's Trophy final.
Yes.
That will be one.
And also, if that happens, we've got to say it now. If that happens, that we get a Papa John's final between Gillingham and Hull.
I think I know where you're going with this.
The loser has to buy the winner Papa John's.
No, I knew you were going with
yes.
it, and I completely agree.
Yep.
I completely go for that in the John's Trophy. So, do you know
Scrap
what?
that.
Reminded me. I didn't. Oh.
Whoever the teams are in the final, we pick one each, and we do the same bet.
Okay, no, I like that. I like these bets. I
Yep.
like them. I'm never good at them. Right, so just before I get all like happy about Gillingham, I mean Hull are bottom of their table, but there has only been one game.
And in truth, we do treat it as an under-21 tournament. We played our under-21s last time. It was against
Gillingham are
Leicester's.
Gillingham are third, but only on goal difference.
Oh,
Against Ipswich and Arsenal Academy, but to be fair, we've got half of the Arsenal Academy playing in our defence.
are they cup tied?
No, they wouldn't be cup tied. No. I look forward to it.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a good bet. I like that. Bet. It's a good bet. We can't back out of it now because we record it goes out. So.
Absolutely. And there will be a tweet out in, I don't know, whatever month the Papa John's Trophy final is. Probably April or May.
How do you not know when the Papa John... those elusive trophies in League 1, League 2 football.
I just
under 23.
forever want to be sat on a terrace in the middle of some town that I don't have any reason other than football to be in, singing at the top of my lungs, Papa John's Trophy, you'll never win that. That's the dream.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. You sing it at the Premier League team.
Yeah, exactly. I want us to kind of go back to the riches that we were in and be away at the Etihad singing Papa John's Trophy. You
That's
never
it.
sing.
Yeah, we walk into Tottenham's brand new stadium, like $1 billion stadium, thinking the Papa John's Trophy's never going to see this, is it?
Yeah, yes.
It might. To be fair, Wembley might get bored of it, and a final will have to be played elsewhere. So, right, take 2. Elliot, is your audio recorded?
Currently, my audio is recording.
Right. Okay. So can we do this time,
Yes.
please? Because I haven't had to write a second quiz. I was expected to write a second quiz. So for those of you that may be joining us for the first episode, welcome. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. That's how you say that word. We do a quiz at the beginning of every month, first beginning of every month, and it's released. However, last week, I don't want to sound like Donald Trump, but there was a bit of a conspiracy going on there because Elliot did not do very well on last week's quiz, and his audio all of a sudden corrupted. He sounds a bit corrupted to me. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just so you know, if I lose this quiz, not just this one, but the quiz trophy in general, it will be contested. I'm going to court. I'm getting old Rudy involved, and we're going to court.
Are we going to the, what's it called? The Four Seasons.
We'll go to the Four Seasons scaffolding place, and I'll hold a press conference there, shall I?
Yeah.
But no, so just a quick thing about last week's quiz. I did technically win it, but we chose not to go ahead. We chose to postpone it and do a brand new one this week. I stormed it. Elliot, it wasn't his best.
Yeah, I wasn't at it.
I'm just saying it now. If I lose and my audio corrupts, that's not my fault. It happens. You know this, Elliot, it happens. So we are at 3-all. Kick us off. Here we go.
So my first question this week. This week, Alfredo Morelos became Rangers' record goal scorer in Europe. Who did he overtake?
In Europe?
Yep.
The only person that it's a choice of 2.
Okay.
And it's either Chris Boyd or Kenny Miller.
Okay.
I know Kenny Miller was Rangers, he wasn't Celtic. Oh, but was Chris Boyd Celtic? I'm not too knowledgeable on the Scottish football. I'm not going to lie. Purely for the sake of, I think he's played for Rangers so many times. Mm-hmm. He keeps coming back and leaving. I'm going to say Kenny Miller.
Okay, it's not Kenny Miller. It's Ali McCoist.
Oh, is it really? Right,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
He was on Sky Sports News on Saturday doing it with Jeff, and you
Right.
could tell he's got a love for Leeds.
Right, oh, fair enough. Oh, I didn't think my Kenny Miller answer was out there. But
It was a good answer.
Oh, I'm feeling my first question's quite tough. So, just so you know, I've got 4 questions in this quiz about the FA Cup.
Okay.
Because FA Cup weekend, you know.
Yep.
So, none of them are about Hull, though. I don't want you to relive it, so don't worry.
Thank you very
So,
much.
no, I was looking at potentially putting one in, but I couldn't. So, question number 1. As of Friday's kickoff in the FA Cup, who was the lowest ranked side? And you get a bonus point if you could tell me what tier of English football they're in, number-wise. I don't know about the name of the
Okay, so it was Skelmersdale,
Got a point.
and I think they're in tier 9.
2 points.
Yeah, I think they lost 4-1 on Friday night to Harrogate, I think.
If that was a Saturday game, I have a feeling you may not have known that.
But it's because
I
it was
think
the
it was
Friday
the
night. It was
first.
the first. It was the only one on Friday night. So
Right then.
my second one. This would have been a very easy question the last couple of years. It's not so easy now.
Oh,
What is
goodness.
the smallest ground in the Premier League?
I know what you mean. Bournemouth was... Or every
Yeah,
game it was
yeah,
Bournemouth.
exactly.
Think it's Craven Cottage.
It's Turf Moor.
Is it really?
It's Turf Moor, yeah.
Now, can I contest that? Because technically, half of Craven Cottage is currently being built. So, right now...
But
right now, at reduced capacity, I think you're fine.
well, right now at reduced capacity, every ground has a capacity of 0.
Well, yeah, but...
I mean, it's. I think just because I'm already on 2 points, I'll award you half because that is a good.
Okay.
But I mean, I always do these whenever I write these questions. I always try and have an answer for myself before I know it. And for that one, I was thinking the Amex.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
But yeah, no,
That's
it's
quite big,
Turf
isn't it?
Moor, yeah.
right. No, fair enough. Well, I appreciate your kindness there with the half.
I
point.
think
Oh,
I think if I
thank
hadn't
you.
have got the points in the first question, I maybe wouldn't have been so
No,
kind. But
fair enough. So, question number 2 kicks off my hat trick of hat trick questions.
Okay.
So there's who was the last Manchester United player to score a hat trick against Liverpool?
Did someone do it recently? Because on the top of my head, I've just... Or was it Liverpool? Someone scored a hat-trick for... I feel like somebody done it recently because this came up, or it might have been the other way around. But I'm going to say Dimitar Berbatov.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Was
Yeah,
that the one where he brought it down on his knee and overhead kicked it off the bar?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make a quick disclaimer for those listening right now. Fireworks are going off. Normally, if there's a sound going off, we kind of stop recording and then wait for it to go. I can't stop it. It's fireworks. I can't do anything about it. So
Who's setting off fireworks at 11:10 on a Sunday?
my fans trying to not get you to win this quiz because you're already 3 up with 2 questions down. So
Yeah.
okay, no, fair enough. You're definitely going to know one of the other hat-trick questions. Then.
So my next question is: Angel Di Maria has played for 4 European clubs. Who are they? I'll give you half a point for 3 because I think that it's quite obvious. 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 are very, very obvious.
Which are?
Real Madrid, PSG, and Manchester United.
Okay, that's half a point.
But he's played for another one.
Who did he move to Real Madrid from?
It's a good question because I would have thought it'd be something like an Argentine, like a New old,
There-
like Argentinian side.
There was an Argentinian side, which is why I stuck to European clubs.
Right. That's a good question. That's a very good question. That I would have. He's, you evil man. I can't even imagine him at another Liga side. That's the thing. I'm struggling with that part.
I'm trying to visualise him in each kit, and it's
I'm
just
literally
it's
trying
not
to think of
working.
Real Sociedad.
Nope, not quite. Well, no. It was Benfica.
Oh, why am I thinking La Liga? Yeah, no. Portuguese side makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoyed me. That I've got nothing at this moment in time. No, I've got.
You've got technically
I've got a
1
whole
point. Yeah, you've got 2 halves.
Right. My question number 3 is: who scored the first ever Premier League hat trick?
I was looking up Premier League questions earlier, so I know it's Eric Cantona.
Yeah, and you're going to probably know for the next one as well, so I might as well get that one out of the way. Yeah, well done. So fix this.
I very nearly put that question in myself, in which case we would have been in trouble.
I'm tempted. Do you know what? I'm actually going to put a 1 next to the next one because I know you've got it.
Oh, okay. So my next question is: who did Southampton sign Sadio Mane from?
Oh, start with these transfers. Hold on.
I think that's the last. Yeah, that's the last of the transfers.
I think it's the same place Dortmund got Haaland from. I want to say it's Salzburg. It's the. Is it Salzburg? Is it like the ones that I always, when I look at football, I always think, is that like, no, that's not Leipzig. That's Salzburg.
It was Salzburg, yes.
Oh,
I'm glad that you got that. I didn't want to sort of run away with it, especially after last week.
Okay, Salzburg, yeah. Brilliant. My last hat-trick question. Congratulations on your point. Who has scored the most Premier League hat-tricks of all time? Did you patronise me?
I genuinely don't. I mean, there's an obvious answer, which is Alan Shearer, but I don't think it's him. And I think it's out of Kane and Aguero. Because there was one point Kane was scoring 1 every other week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Aguero.
Yeah, it is Aguero. It wasn't that long ago. I think he beat it. That's why I thought you might have known that. Oh, okay. Well,
it wasn't as easy as you'd. So that was a real 50-50 for me. I very nearly went Harry Kane.
I appreciate it.
So my next one is at the 2016 Euros. Portugal and France played in the final, but who were the 2 losing semi-finalists?
What are these?
You know what?
4 years ago. Let me think of the semi-finalists of the competition 4 years ago.
I did have half a point each. I'll give you a whole point for each.
A whole point for each. The losing semi-finalists.
Yeah. So if there was to be a third place playoff, which there isn't in the Euros, who would it have been between?
Trying to think who, because I don't want to get the World Cup mixed up with the Euros, because Holland didn't qualify for the World Cup in 2018, I don't think. I think Italy did, but they were awful. Were they good at the Euro 2016? That was when England were knocked out by Iceland, wasn't it? Now, no, they wouldn't have got to the semis. They may have got to the quarters, because they were one of those teams that just go far for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm going to say one of the teams is Italy.
Okay.
And the other team... I'm going to kick myself if it is Iceland, but I can't remember them getting that far. The other team, I'm going to go with Croatia.
No points. It was Germany.
Yeah, yeah, of course it was.
And Wales.
Wales got to the
Because
semis.
that was when
I can't remember that.
you must remember the Cruyff turn from Hal Robson-Kanu against Belgium.
Yes, of course. He had the game of his life. Oh, of course it was stupid Germany. Like, I was thinking too out of the box.
Yeah.
It was just so obvious. Yeah. Okay, question number 5. Which team used to play their games at the baseball ground?
I want to say it's one of two. I want to say it's either Swansea or Derby.
They're two very different teams that you've gone for there.
Both playing in white and black.
Okay, I see you.
I'm going to say Derby.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I think it was just the other side of Brian Clough Way, just north of it. In
Might have been, I don't know,
Chaddeston?
it's a
Is it
fix.
Chaddeston?
Okay. Can't
Stop the count.
No, because if you stop it now...
Now, you know what? This is another question which has two answers, which I was going to give half a point each, but I'm going to give you a whole point each if you get it. Only 2 players have scored more than 2 goals in Champions League finals across their career, so not necessarily in one game. Who are they? And this, bearing in mind, this has the Champions League in current branding since 1992.
So 2 players that have scored, more?
So 2 or more, so three or more goals, more than 2
In the Champions League
in
final?
Champions League finals, the actual games themselves.
So we say, sorry, I don't know if I'm overthinking it. Are we saying that overall they've in a Champions League finals it's 9?
Their entire career. So if they've played 3 Champions League semi-finals, it's just they don't have to have scored 3 in a game. It's 3 over.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right, I see. And just in the finals.
Just in the finals, the games themselves.
Right. I want to say R9.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I do. But the thing is, I also want to say the other Ronaldo as well.
You want to go the 2 Ronnies?
Part of me wants to go the 2 Ronnies. But I feel like that would have been quite more of a known fact if it was both Ronaldos, unless I've just missed it. Ronaldo scored, he does score in final. He played like 4 in a row, didn't he? Like he won three or 4 Champions Leagues in a row. What other legendary strikers are there? Loads, I don't know what I'm saying. Doesn't have to be a striker. It's quite a lot actually, to be fair. Since 92, funny enough. You've done me dirty, this quiz. You've absolutely done me dirty.
I did message you earlier saying it was a toughie.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you get the next one though, for your own sake.
Thanks. So, I'm going to go with R9, Ronaldo. Even then I don't, because I don't know how many he's won. I just remember him having that stupid game against United in the 2000 semi-final. Right, Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going with the other Ronaldo. And Shevchenko.
You get 1 point.
Oh.
Cristiano Ronaldo is correct.
Yeah.
Also, I think R9, isn't he someone who never won the Champions League, or am I?
And that's why I kind of backed away from him, because I feel like when I thought about finals, I'm thinking I'm not 100% sure.
But the other one scored 2 against Liverpool and 1 in his home country of Wales in Cardiff.
Gareth
It
Bale.
was Gareth Bale.
Of course, right.
Got a point for that one though.
Did he? Do you know what? Yeah.
I mean, and possibly the
go on.
greatest Champions League final goal of all time with Gareth Bale. That overhead kick.
Yeah. Okay. This one, you will get 1 point for 3 and then another point. So there's 2 points up for grabs.
Okay.
You get 1 point if you name 3. I don't know how to word this. You get 1 point if you name 3, and you get half a point for the other 2. Yes.
Half a point for each one after. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In the top 4 leagues in England, there are 5 teams who have yet to win a game. Name them.
Sheffield United. Burnley. West Brom. Is this league games?
In the leagues, yeah.
Burton and Mansfield.
You get 1.5 points.
Who did Burton? It's not Burton, is it?
No, it's Southend.
Oh, of course. I really should have got that. Yeah.
To win a game like at all this season, but yeah, you get 1.5.
Okay.
That could have gone worse, but it's still not going amazing.
Yeah. I bet you were fearing the worst after my first three.
You've put the way mine are read out. Sheffield United, Burnley, West Brom. I think I was going to carry on with the next two that I've got written down.
Yeah. Okay. So this next one, I hope you get.
Thanks.
What is the name of Gillingham's mascot?
Oh my God. I've met him. I've met him so many times. When I was a kid, I used to love it. I used to absolutely love it. You're like, do you know, I was really happy it would come to me then. Him coming down, shaking all the kids' hands and stuff like that. And I remember being the steward. I'm standing on the pitch, watching the fans, stuff like that, and the mascot comes over. He's waving at the kids in the family stand. He comes up to me and he goes, "Well, mate, you got the time?" And that's not what I thought you were going to sound like. My whole childhood's just gone. Well, this muskie just finished his second cigarette. I'm genuinely kicking myself here. I cannot believe. I want to say Henry or something. He's a horse. That's the only reason I want to say it. Henry the horse. Oh, you've sold me up a river here.
Oh, I genuinely thought you did get this.
No, I do know it.
Yeah, it's in there. It's just.
Well, it's not Henry then. I'll stick with Henry.
It's Tommy Trueblue.
Tommy. Yeah. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I want to recount. You've purposely made this.
I haven't purposely made it. It was tough to do to write 2 quizzes in 2 weeks, like you know.
Yeah. You haven't got a question wrong yet, so.
Oh wow.
Well done. Question number 7. Give up that. I concede defeat. Question number 7. Who is the current top goal scorer in La Liga?
Good question.
Thank you. I thought.
How current is this?
I had to double check before we started to record that he was still there.
Okay.
And he is still there.
So it's not that Soler who scored a hat-trick of penalties against Real Madrid.
Has that game finished?
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not that Soler.
Okay.
He's 12.
Oh right. Were those his only goals this season?
Yeah. Top goal scorer has 6. He has 4. Just so you know how tight it is. Top goal scorer has 6. Soler has 4, and Soler's in 12th.
Only name that's kind of coming to me is Ansu Fati. So I'm going to go with him.
No, he is joint 5th, technically, along with everyone else that's got 4.
Right.
It is Mikel Oyarzabal.
Oh, Oyarzabal. He got Player of the Month in La Liga. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's top.
Oh, okay.
João Felix and Suarez are under just by 1. But yeah, no. Okay. Here we go. On his way.
Next one. Which team plays at the Veltins Arena?
The who?
The Veltins Arena.
Veltins? Never heard of it.
Nice pronunciation.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's wrong, if I get this wrong, then it's your pronunciation that's done it for me. Veltins Arena. I feel like it's quite an ironic name because I don't feel like it's an arena. I feel like it's like a League One. Okay,
I'll rephrase. Which European team plays in the Veltins Arena?
Oh, what did you say? What club?
Yeah, which team?
Oh, that was a bit harsh. You're going to make me say something like Oxford.
Yeah, no. As soon as you said League One, I'm like, yeah, I really don't want you to be doing that. And also, I think Oxford's the Kassam.
No, I know. Yeah. Oxford's first.
Just showing my knowledge, just showing off. Yeah, I'm showboating at this stage. This is the quiz equivalent of doing keepy uppies in the corner flag.
Just so you know, guys, what I am this week was Elliot last week, but you'll never get to hear that.
You can hear Sam's side if you want.
Yeah, and I might release it because you'll hear me reacting to all of his questions that I'm getting right. There'll be protests in the street when I lose this in May. I'll make sure it'll be me with sparklers. Hashtag cancel Elliot. Elliot is over party. Fountains Arena. RB Leipzig.
Right country, wrong team. Schalke.
Right.
I think that they held some of the games in the World Cup that was held in Germany.
Oh, fair enough. No, I didn't.
Gelsenkirchen, which I think we went out of whichever World Cup it was there. Oh, Gelsenkirchen, that would have been the one where Lampard scored and it didn't count.
Oh, the volley against Neuer.
Yeah.
Number 8. What team has won the most community shields?
It's surely got to be either United or Arsenal. Go United.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could tell you could tell in your voice.
Next one.
Okay, so which team holds the record for the most amount of championship points in a season?
Oh, we didn't mention this that long ago. It's Reading or Newcastle. I think it was just me and you talking. I think it was recorded. It may have been. People might tell us. Reading. Oh, was it? No. Yes. Newcastle. It's Reading.
It's Reading. It's Reading. Newcastle were third as well. Second is Sunderland. But
I don't know why I changed to Red. I don't know why I changed.
You sounded so sure of it.
I just knew Newcastle had when they went down, they came literally.
Yeah, they did.
They just came straight back up, and I felt like it was a record season for her, but no. Number 9. I've got 2 FA Cup questions to finish the quiz. Okay. Roger Osborne. Does that name ring a bell to you?
Absolutely not.
Thank God for that. He scored the winning goal in the FA Cup final against Arsenal in 1978. But he was substituted immediately after his celebration. What happened? Why was he subbed?
My guess is he injured himself celebrating.
Because you won, I'm not even going to give you half a point for it.
Okay.
Because it's funnier than that.
Oh, all right. Did he get bundled or something and he couldn't breathe?
No, he got so caught up in the emotion of scoring a goal, he fainted.
Brilliant. But was that the winning goal? Or?
He scored the winning goal in like the 78th minute or something like that. He went mental so much that he just collapsed. He fainted because of the emotion.
That's me as a footballer.
That's the magic of the cup.
Yes.
You can do all your fancy backflips.
Well? Ipswich, oh nice.
Do all your fancy backflips, you do your corner flag things, but you're not passing out. You don't love the game that much that you passed out.
The players' fitness is not at that level anymore, are they?
I mean, yeah, he probably did smoke about 5 before the game, but yeah.
He was probably having pints at half time.
I may have given you half a point if it was close or I pitied you, but I've just realised I think I've made an absolute horrible mistake.
What's that?
I think I'm recording through this. It says built-in microphone. This week's audio is not going to sound too good from me, but it's going to sound okay from you.
Yeah, not the end of the world.
Now I think we should redo the quiz. I think we should redo it.
I'm not doing the third quiz in 3 weeks. So, yeah, my final question is a 50-50. It is, who made more Premier League appearances, Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard?
Lampard.
Lampard made 107 appearances more than Steven Gerrard.
He played in the Premier League a little bit longer.
Yeah, Lampard made 611, Gerrard made 504.
Get it. Okay, end on a high-ish, I guess. Your final one is, until 1999, in the FA Cup final, if there was a draw, there would be 2 legs. Since 1999, a penalty shootout has separated the teams. How many penalty shootouts have been required in an FA Cup final since 1999 to win the FA Cup?
I think there was the United versus Arsenal one. I feel like there might have been a United versus Chelsea one. There hasn't been any within the last within the last few years. So I'm going to say there's one that I don't remember, so I'm going to guess 3.
The reason you didn't remember it is because it didn't happen. There was only 2.
Ah, damn it.
I think it was the 2 that you said, 2005 and 2006.
Right, yeah.
So you got 0. So let's tally up, shall we? Elliot, you got 8.5.
Sam, you got 4.
4. Oh, good. Oh, good. Congratulations on your tainted win this week.
I thought you were going to do the full sort of come down with me. Hope you learned some decorum. Hope it made you happy.
I me, can I just say I won the quiz by a lot. I won it by a lot. There's definitely some quiz fraud going on here.
Yeah.
Well done. So, Elliot, you now lead the quiz 4-3.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go any further forward, or we may not make another podcast again. So we come on to No Context News to end the podcast, where me and Elliot challenge each other to find the most random headlines from around the world that really make us think. I say I'm more challenging Elliot now because I just do puns. Yeah. I don't know what he's going to go for. He doesn't tell me beforehand. So the first time I hear it is when you hear it. So shoot.
So this headline is from the Daily Mirror, a national newspaper, believe it or not, when I read you this headline. This headline is simply, man asks for no salad in McDonald's burger, but when it arrives, he's devastated. So, that's in a national newspaper. So, as ever, thank you everyone for listening. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, Apple, Google, Spotify, and yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Is there photo evidence of this?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really scroll down on it, but I'm sure there probably is.
Get on the phone, Mirror. All right, I've got a story for you. I've been Sam.
Yeah, I've been Elliot.
We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends. See you.
Bye.